Welcome back, fellow Clixers, to Clicks with Clifford. I'm Clifford, of course, bringing you some more Heroclix stuff. Today, I'll be showing you the new OP kit that comes with Batman, Nightwing, and looks like Huntress. We're going to get into that, look at our map, and before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions about these or want to talk about Heroclix in general, join the Discord linked below. Here is everything that came in the OP kit. We have a mystery card, a double-sided Dark Dimension map, Nightwing, Huntress, and Batman. I'm going to show you the map at the end, but for right now, we're going to go through the card on each one of the figures and see exactly what they do, see if they're useful, and if I would use them, how I would use them. Let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, and first off, we're going to go ahead and look at the mystery card, Case Q's Question. It has the keyword prerequisite of Batman Family and Detective. Gotham Knights is the name of the effect, uh, which is when a friendly character with a listed keyword occupying hindering terrain hits one or more characters after resolutions gain one clue token. Then he has suspect 3, so when you have 3 of your clue tokens, he has at the beginning of your turn, you may generate a smoke terrain marker anywhere on the map. Opposing characters occupying that marker modify attack -1. At the beginning of your next turn, remove the marker. Kind of just like a 1 free smoke cloud, not too bad. When you get to 5 clue tokens, you have once per turn, you may re-roll a single d6, including a d6 in an attack roll. That's also pretty well. And at 7, you have opposing characters can't use Safeguard, Outwit, or Protected Outwit, which is just one really good effect. Now, if you are a user of these mystery cards, which I am personally, I think they're really good. Sometimes they're just kind of hard to get. This one's really good. Just getting to that case close 7 where your opponents can't use Safeguard Outwit or Protected Outwit kind of gets around all of those pesky, like Ghost Rider that's coming out nowadays. Or not Ghost Rider, like Thanos, anything with the Power Cosmic team ability. It's just nice to have. Now you can't use it. You can continue to outwit powers. Not too shabby. But let's go ahead and get on to our first character, which we're going to look at is Huntress. All right, Huntress, she's the first one we're going to look at here. She has Batman Family, Birds of Prey, Gotham City, Assassin, and Detective keywords, which are all pretty good keywords. She has the target trait, which is new for all characters with Assassin, giving it to where you get 25 victory points for defeating whatever target you choose at the beginning of the game. She has 1 point value at 50. Some decent stats, I suppose. She starts off sidestep, precision strike, combat reflexes, and a special power. Later on, she does get some running shot. She's got a range of 5, some pen size. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and look at what her power is. All right. Oh, we have another trait. Blood cries for blood. When Huntress is KO'd by an opposing attack, after resolutions deal an opposing character with a target token damage equal to the damage she took from the total. That is pretty good. It's kind of gimmicky, but I like it. And then moving on to her damage power, shut your mouth or I'll nail it closed. When Huntress attacks, choose an opposing character within range and line of fire until your next turn. The chosen character can't use Outwit, Perplex, or Probability Control. That's pretty cool. So she goes to make an attack, and when she does that, the people can't use those powers. That's pretty good. I kind of wish she was a little bit lower points. 50's not too bad, but she's okay offensively. Not a lot of movement going on, but she's not too bad. Let's go ahead and look at her sculpt. Sculpt's not too shabby. I like it a lot. I mean, it's not the most dynamic, but they did an overall pretty good job on sculpting her. Now, how would I use her? Now, I would obviously probably want to use her in an assassin's team. Probably with either Ra's al Ghul, so you can move around the target token. So if you lose it, you can make use of her blood cries for blood trait, which would be pretty cool because Ra's al Ghul lets you move the target around if there is none. And yeah, that's basically what I would use it for. Maybe with Prime Talon to make it towards their target can't use defensive powers, and just use her as an offensive threat to get rid of Outwit, Perplexes, and Probability Control. And then, of course, if they attack her, then they're taking damage as well. So, that's not too bad at all. Moving on, we've got Nightwing. Here's his sculpt. Kind of like leaning on a building. I kind of like him. He's got a cool sculpt. Not bad to add to it. All right, so he's got the Batman family, Gotham City Detective, Martial Artist, and Police keywords. He also has the Batman and Outsiders team ability. Outsiders is an underused team ability, if you ask me, and I think it's really good. Pretty cool, nifty thing to have for him. Now, he does have a trait. Nightwing modifies combat values by +1 for each friendly mystery card that has a case closed effect. That's not bad. Considering it's all combat values, that's pretty decent. You can really rack up those combat values, assuming you are able to get those case files. And considering he starts with Perplex right off on the top there, he can be used for some of those mystery cards that you need to perplex an opposing character to get a clue token, as well as having the Batman team ability to keep him a little bit safe is pretty amazing. He does have improved movement through elevation and character, so he's a little bit nimble getting around. He's dodge, dip, dive, ducking, and dodging a little bit, which is pretty cool. Special trait for movement. Looks like we got Quake, Combat Reflexes, and Perplex. Moving on to Close Combat Expert. Overall, pretty good. He's got Sidestep randomly a little bit in there. Let's look at the back. All right, so his movement power is Flurry. When Nightwing uses it before making each attack, he may move up to 2 squares. That's pretty good. So you could theoretically move him out, his like 6 squares that he has? Yeah, 6 squares. And then, I guess he doesn't have charge. But you could use Flurry, move him 2 squares. It's like a free sidestep in there right before making the attack. That's not too bad. I like him, actually. I like him a lot. I think these guys all have some decent symmetry so far. What do we got? 55 and 30 for his point values. Man, I'm not sure how I would use him, or if I would. I would definitely use him in conjunction with mystery cards, in hoping that I can get to some mystery cards that'll give him those buffs, because you could get him to a +3 to all combat values if you really rush those mystery cards, in which case, you're looking at like a 14 attack, 20 defense for 6 damage on top dial, which is just pretty nasty. So if I were to use him, I would probably go that route, where the entire plan would be to just knock out as many mystery cards as you can to at least get a case closed on them. And now the case closed typically is a lot of, like on the one for Q's question, at 7. And so that's 7 attacks you have to hit while being in hindering terrain. So some of those are a little bit harder to get to, but hopefully you could get in there. I'm not sure if I would use them at all, but at least at 35 points, you could get just a random sidestep precision strike guy, I suppose. He's got decent stats. But let's go ahead and move on to Batman. Now, the best figure Heroclix has ever made has been Batman, hands down. Not this Batman, but Batman in general. Now, we've got to return to the Kick Batman. We've had the same sculpt before, so it's nothing really new. Still pretty high quality, though, just like the rest of them. And here we are with Batman. He has Batman family, of course, Gotham City Detective Martial Artist. Now, he has the world's greatest detective trait, which is what we're here to see. And it is, when Batman begins the game, for all characters with this trait, you may place a clue token on a mystery card on your sideline. If Batman is 65 points, you may place 3 instead. Batman modifies his combat values by +1 for each mystery card that has the case closed effect. So just like with Nightwing, you can really boost up his combat values if you get those case closed. And he also gives you a free 1 if you're playing him at 40 points, or 3 if you're playing him at 65 points. So you can kind of get a head start on getting those case closed effects, which is not too bad. He does have the 65 and 40 point starting line. Top dial at 65, we got Leap, Climb, Quake, Special Power, Outwit, Charge, Precision Strike, Special Defense Power, Perplex on his 40 point. Ooh. You want that +3 for the mystery cards, but you might just go with running him at 40, both to save points and to gain that perplex, because again, there's a lot of the mystery cards that using perplex on an opposing character gets it to you. And let's look at his defense power. Combat reflexes, willpower. When Batman uses willpower, you may move him up to the result. That's not too bad if you get a 5. Well, it just says when he uses it, so even if you get a 1, you could move him 1. That's not too bad. So he's got a little bit of mobility. Kind of makes up for the lack of having charge up here on the top, where he only has leap, climb. At least you could get up to 6 movement for free at the beginning of your turn. That's not too shabby at all. Now, if I were to use him again, it would be similar to Nightwing, where the whole point would be to just knock out as many mystery cards as quickly as possible in order to boost up those combat values. Now, he's pretty cool. I am going to give him a shot just because Batman is amazing. Uh, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know in the future if I have any luck with him at all. Now we're going to move on to the map. And here's the first side of the map called Bronxton OK Outdoor. Now, I believe this is a reprint and we've seen it before. I just can't remember where. It's just a big, wide open map. It's got some blocking, some hindering. Overall, not too bad of a map. I could see some uses for it, especially if you're wanting kind of a more open, less filled up map. And the other side is Dark Dimension Outdoor. Pretty cool map. It's got these two big chunks of elevation and then just pretty much nothing else on the entirety of the map, which is pretty cool. Nice addition to the collection. Okay, and there we have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what kind of future videos you would like to see coming. I plan on doing little reviews on everything that's coming out, continuing forward. Maybe some rules updates if we get those, worlds updates, stuff like that. You guys just let me know. This was me reviewing the OP kit that came with Batman, Huntress, Nightwing. I think it's pretty great. I'm definitely going to give that Batman a try, the best that I can. I think you can do some builds where you can just get him kind of nasty. You just got to get him protected long enough to get to that point, and of course, get all those clue tokens. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.